It's day 24 and it's time for your slow flow. Let's go. So starting with a thoracic stretch, bring your arms in front of you, kind of hold onto your shoulders, hug yourself. Push your upper back backwards, so you're opening your shoulder joints, you're opening your scapula, you're pulling them apart and you're feeling a stretch in your upper back. Clasp your hands, reach forwards, really feel the stretch in your back. Then going into a side stretch, reach your arms up above, left leg behind your right, lean to the right and feel the stretch down your left side. Just hold it here. Coming back through the center, change sides. So reach up, lean over to the left, bring your right leg behind your left. Feel the stretch into your rib cage, into your diaphragm, into your hips, into your abdomen. Breathe, hold it here. Come back through the center, we go to the neck. So with your hands behind your head, let the weight of your arms just tuck your chin to your chest a little bit further and feel the stretch down the back of your neck. Keep everything nice and relaxed here, like have a step side to side, rotate, relax your knees. Releasing your head, we go down to the ground, so walk your hands forwards into a plank position, drop your hips straight down, relax your feet, come into cobra. Have a little rock side to side, shake your head, whatever feels good for you. Then tucking your toes under, lifting your hips to the sky, pedal your heels down one at a time. You're in downward dog and stretching out your calves. Then coming down onto your knees, feet together, knees mat width apart. Drop your hips to your heels, rest your head to the ground, lengthen your arms, sit back into child's pose, and just breathe here. Walking your hands over to the right side of the mat, feel the stretch down the left side of your body. Just look under your left arm. Coming back through the center, over to the left. Look under your right arm, feel the stretch down the right side. Bringing your hands back through the center, lift up. Now come into cat-cow here. So pushing up through your hands, pushing your back to the ceiling, then reversing. Reverse your hips, look up. Tuck your tailbone under, push up through your hands. Exhale, reverse your hips, chest up, and just work through a few of these. Stepping back into plank. Bring your left leg straight and under the right leg. So you're feeling a stretch down your ITB into your left hip, pushing up through your left hand. Come back into plank and change sides. So your right leg is straight. It comes horizontally towards the left, pushing up through your right hand this side. Lifting your hips back up, step back to plank, slowly lowering your chest to the floor, we come to scorpion. So reach out your left hand, right arm pushes you over onto your left side, right foot lifts up and over. Feel a stretch in your chest, reaching through the fingertips on your left hand. Coming back through the center and over to the right. Coming back through the center, lift back up. We come into a kneeling position, tuck your toes under, stretch into your feet. Make sure your little toes are tucked under. If you need to sit up, sit down, do so. If you want to add some shoulder rotations in, 10 times backwards, 10 times forwards. As long as you feel the stretch into your plantar fascia underneath your feet. Again, relaxing out of this pose at any point. Then relaxing your ankles, sit back down onto your heels so you're opening up the front of your ankle joint. Walk your hands behind you slightly, lift up one knee at a time to really stretch into the anterior ankles. If you can, come down onto your forearms, feel the stretch in your quads. If you want to, rest your head all the way down to the ground. Just be careful with your lower back here. My quads are too tight to get that low, so hang out wherever is comfortable. As long as you feel your ankles, your quads, breathe, hold it here. Then slowly using your core, walking your hands back up. We step back into a plank and take a big lunge forward with your left foot outside your left hand. Reach your left arm up and over towards your back foot. Bring it back down, relax your back knee, hold it here in this low lunge. I think this is lizard. Let's call this lizard. Then rotating your front foot out to 45 degrees, push your knee away, sink your hips down to the mat, feel the stretch. Your hip flexors, your adductors, look over your left shoulder. Bring your foot a bit further in front of you. Right arm reaches up and over towards your back foot, comes back to the center. Left arm opens back towards your back foot, and then right arm just lifts up as you sink down towards the ground, feeling the stretch in your right hip flexors. Then slowly sitting back onto your back leg. Straighten your front leg and come into a hamstring stretch. Reach for your toes if you can, as long as your foot is pointing up towards the ceiling. Have a little bend in your knee if your hamstrings are tight like mine. And feel the stretch down the back of your leg. Slowly releasing your foot, walk back into that low lunge. Hold it here for a few moments. Untuck the back foot, lift the knee, step back to plank, lift your hips up to downward dog, pedal those heels down again a little bit further each time, stretching the calves. Stepping back to plank, we change sides. So big lunge forward with your right foot outside your right hand. Reach your right arm back to your left heel. Back knee goes down, relax the foot, hold it here. Then when you're ready, rotate that front foot out slightly. Push your front knee away, sink your hips down towards the ground. Bring that foot to face forwards again, lift your chest up. Left arm reaches up and around to your back heel. Right arm then opens towards your back heel. Left arm then lifts up as you sink your hips a little further to the ground. We're doing the same thing this side, so sitting all the way back onto your back heel if you can. If not, stay upright. As long as your front leg, your straight leg, your toes are pointing up towards the ceiling, reach down for them if you can. Feel the stretch down the back of your leg. Release in your foot, come back into the low lunge, hold it here. Untuck the back foot. Then we rotate round to the left as you come into a wide straddle stance. Just have a little hang here, rest over your legs, relax your head, shake your head. And then reaching with your left hand to your right shin, reach your right arm up to the sky. Come back through the center, change side. So opposite arm to opposite leg, rotate the spine. Then come back through the center again, just hanging out here. Have a little low lunge, side to side, open up your adductors. Then coming back to your low lunge, step back to plank. Hips to the ceiling again, pedaling those heels down a little further and holding still. Raising the left leg to the sky and over to the right. Feel the stretch in your hip flexors before we sweep the knee forwards behind your left wrist. So it's out to the left side of the mat. We're in pigeon. We're stretching out the glutes. If you can, come down to your forearms. If you can, rest your head to the ground. As long as you feel the stretch in your left butt cheek, relax your right leg behind you. Holding it here. This is an awesome hip opener. Relax your shoulders, slow your breathing. Stepping that left leg back to plank, lift your hips up to the sky. We change sides. So right arm lifts up and over to the left before you sweep that right knee behind your right wrist, stretching your right glutes. Coming down onto your forearms, rest your head to the ground, relax the back head, breathe into your hips. Slowly walking back up onto your forearms, onto your hands. You come round to seated. Bring your feet together in front of you, so into butterfly pose. Wiggle your hips towards your heels. Clasp your hands around your feet and push your knees down to the ground so you feel the stretch in your adductors and your inner thighs. Then we take it to a pretzel, so right foot lifts up and over your left thigh. Left arm hugs your knee to your chest. Right arm comes behind your bum. Look over your right shoulder. Keep your posture nice and long. Feel the stretch in your right glutes. De-rotating the spine, come round to the left, untwist. Right hand holds onto your right foot as you lift it up and away to come into another juicy hamstring stretch. Bringing your chest down towards your knee, wherever's comfortable. Keep your toes flexed. Releasing your foot back through the center into butterfly, and we change sides. So left foot lifts up and over your right thigh. Right arm hugs your knee to your chest. Left hand behind you, lift up, look over your left shoulder. De-rotating your spine, come round to the right. Left hand holds onto your foot if you can, then slowly lift your leg, uncross your leg, straighten that left leg and feel the stretch in your hamstring. Let go of your foot. We go to a few 90-90 hip rotations. So if you look at the position of my legs here, then you're just going to have your hands behind you and you're going to rock, lifting your knee out, letting the other knee follow in. Let's work through a few of these, really get the blood flowing around your hip joint. And then we take it to the ground. So having a sit down, slowly lower each vertebrae one at a time down to the ground, the last point being your head. Relax your legs. We take it into a side stretch. So bringing your right knee into your chest. Hug your knee to your chest. Give your ankle a few rotations here. Release the cracks. Then when you're ready, your left hand holds onto your right knee as you pull your knee over to the left. Look over your right shoulder. Feel this real nice spinal twist and just hold it here. Then slowly uncrossing your legs, change sides. So right leg straight, left knee to your chest, rotating that ankle. Right hand pulls your left knee up and over to the right, sorry. Look over your left shoulder. Breathe, hold it here, slow it down. Then slowly coming back through the center, bring both your knees into your chest. Wrap your hands around your shins, give yourself a big hug and just rock gently side to side, pushing your lower back down to the mat. Then if you want to, you can come into happy baby, so holding the outside of your feet, pull your knees towards your underarm. Again, just rocking side to side, keep your head on the floor. Then gently letting go of your feet. Slide your heels away from you, relax your arms, your palms are facing up, relax your hips, your feet. Take some nice deep inhales, exhales into your belly. Close your eyes, switch off. Take a few moments here. Then when you're ready, bring some life back into your hands and your feet. Slowly have a sit up. We're done with our slow flow.